Really good year for Rutgers a season ago. 7 wins for the Scarlet Knights, including 4 in the Big Ten, their most ever. And you see the schedule ahead for this year. It includes a Big Ten Network opener, a Thursday night against the Ohio University Bobcats, 2 of the first 3 on the Big Ten Network before they begin conference play at home against Iowa on Fox. Should be an outstanding game there as well. You saw 3 of the Scarlet Knights stars in that little montage off the top, and they are with me. Dariel Djabome, linebacker, Athan Kaliakmanis, quarterback, Ian Strong, wide receiver. Great to have all 3 of you here. 4 Big Ten wins, as I mentioned, a season ago. It's the most Rutgers has ever had. I know you're looking to get more and not satisfied, but just give us a sense, and Dariel can start with you, and you guys can work your way down. Give us a sense of the vibe right now around Rutgers football.
I just feel like, this season with all the changes, whether it's like the coaching staff, the players, I just feel like everybody is on the same page, and then working on, what can we improve to be the best we can be. So I have a great feeling for this upcoming season.
Athan?
Yeah, I know. I feel like the season left a bad taste in our mouths.
Why?
We want to be better.
Because of how it ended in the bowl game?
It's never enough. The standard's a standard. And the standard's high at Rutgers. And, we feel like we have to be better. And we've been working really hard this offseason, getting together, all of us, and just working and being the best that we could possibly be.
Ian?
Yeah, I'll just add on. I think the players are extremely eager. Everyone's hard working in the summer, and I think we're ready for training camp.
I want you guys to give people some insight into Coach Schiano. I mean, he has done things that no one's ever done at Rutgers. More than half of Rutgers' wins against ranked teams all time have been when Greg Schiano was the head coach. So, Ian, I can start with you, but I want to hear from all of you. Give me a sense for why he is the right guy for Rutgers. Why has he been able to kind of unlock the potential in this program where others were not able to?
Yeah, I think coming in as a freshman, he harps on developmental. And I think, if you really buy into Coach Schiano's culture, I think it suits you to become a very good player.
Yeah, I have to agree with Ian on that one. It's the culture. When I transferred here, I completely bought into his culture. And it changed me not only as a football player, but as a person.
What about the culture? Give us an insight. When people talk about culture, what are you talking about? Give me a specific.
Yeah, well, I'll give you CHOP. CHOP is the focus and mental toughness to hit that spot over and over and over again. And, it's very hard to do, to go every day and give it everything you got and not let up. And I learned that here. I learned the focus and the mental toughness to keep going and going and going.
Dariel?
To add on into that, like they said, the culture is everything, And what I like about Coach Schiano is that he holds everybody accountable. Whether you're a coach, a player, it doesn't matter. He's going to hold the standard, what the standard is, and then he's going to hold it up. And then he's going to make sure that the whole program hold the standard,
And of course, it's not just the head coach. I mean, we're talking about assistant coaches and all the way down to all the support staff. I want to talk about one assistant coach in particular, Kirk Shiraka. Your face lit up. I think you knew a little bit where I might be going there. Again, a guy that you had a connection with, and you come into Rutgers, and it just felt like you hit a sweet spot again with him last year. Your numbers went up significantly. What is it about Kirk Shiraka that you guys seem to be on the same page?
It's our communication, honestly. When we communicate, we're honest with each other. And whether that's in the film room, whether that's on the field, I'm always asking questions because I want to pick his brain. He's so knowledgeable about the game. So when we're in the film room, I'm asking questions. When we're on the field, I'm asking questions. And I think that's what helped me become on the same page as him.
Ian, what kind of growth did you see in Athan last year?
I think confidence. I think his confidence skyrocketed during the season, and confidence is everything on the field.
You're a known commodity, a wide receiver. We saw some of your highlights there coming back in. KJ Duff as well. But I think there are some new faces here in the wide receiver room. Bring people up to date on some of the players they need to know about who have stood out in the spring and in the offseason.
I think DT, he's new to the room, but he took that leadership role, bringing the young guys along. KJ Duff, of course, he played. Ben Black. And we're just trying to get the young guys there to get ready for the season.
What about the running backs? Kyle Monungai was such a huge part of what you guys did. I feel like it must have been a sense of comfort to know that he was there beside you or behind you, depending on the formation, to be able to hand it off to him. So the fact that he's gone, Tell us about the running back room. It feels, at least to an outsider, like a little bit more running back by committee this year. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I mean, Kyle was special. Kyle was really special. I've had the pleasure of playing with a lot of great running backs in college, and what I have to say is our running back room it's like it never lost a beat. You know, we got CJ, we got Benji, we got Antoine. I mean, these guys could really play, and you saw a peek of it in the bowl game with the two younger backs. I mean, they could really play, and that's every position. I mean, we've lost some people at different positions, but we've had guys that have that had to get a lot of experience, a lot of younger guys that were thrown into the fire. So we're ready, man. We're ready to go.
Dariel, I want people to get to know you a little bit, and Coach Shiano touched on this in his podium comments today, but help people understand a little bit of your journey. You're from Canada. Your family is from Cameroon.
Right.
And you were essentially, lightly recruited, I guess might be the best way to put it. You're on a tour of U.S. colleges.
Right.
With some of your high school teammates from Canada, had nowhere to sleep and had to sleep in a car in a parking lot in July to go to Rutgers camp. I can't imagine you had a great night of sleep. Would that be a fair assessment?
No.
Yeah. and then you really showed out that day. So, take people through your journey and help them understand what it took to get from a lightly recruited Canadian player to someone who's here in Las Vegas representing his team.
Right. So first and foremost, just being like an international student, it's hard to get exposure. We have a lot of talents, hidden talents in Canada, and I'm sure like anywhere else in the world, but it's just, the exposure. We have a huge lack of exposure. For me, I went to the Buffalo camp, right? That's where I met Coach Hedman and Coach Fraser, and they had told me, yo, performed pretty well. Like, we would like you to come and then assist our camp. I'm like, I can't. I'm on a camp tour with my teammates. Like, I can't just, individually go to your camp. A month later, they reach out to me again. They're like, we really want you to come to our camp. I'm like, Coach, they really want me to come to our camp. I didn't know what Rutgers was, to be honest. That same day, that same weekend, go to the UMass camp. I had a pretty good camp. They had no offer. The next day, it was the Rutgers camp. I arrive, it's nighttime. I text the coach. I'm like, yo, I'm here. But I didn't have nowhere to stay. I didn't have the funds to pay to afford, any hotel, no nothing. So we was like 4 in the car. Slept. I remember the car. It was a Kia Sport, a gray Kia Sport. Bunch of big football players just in the Kia Sport sleeping. And then I remember like it was so uncomfortable. Like I woke up like maybe like twice at night, But then like the very next day, like I had a camp, kind of like a private camp. I think I nailed it.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
And then, Coach Shiano offered me on the spot. It was crazy. Like, he told me to stay on the OV the same day. I thought I was going back to Montreal, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
He told me, nah, you staying. And then he flew my dad, my big bro, and then we went to New York City. It was great vibe, great environment. And then the next day, I go back. Coach Shiano, like, trying to rush me to commit and stuff. I'm like, nah, I got to talk to my mom first. So I talked to my mom, and then the very next day, like, I committed. So
that's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Speaking of family, your brother's on the team, Dino. Now, he's a wide receiver. He does not have a career catch yet. How important is it to you to change that this year?
Yeah, well, it's just a blessing to have a brother that I could practice with every single day. And, maybe it isn't wide receiver, but Dino has a huge role on special teams here. And special teams is probably the most important part about football. And my brother has a big role in that. And, he's grateful and blessed for the opportunity, and he's going to go kill it. If he gets a shot at wide receiver, he'll be ready, because my brother's the type of guy that's going to be ready. But he has a huge role on special teams, and he's doing really well.
How meaningful is it for you to be able to share this experience with him?
Oh, it's incredible, because my brother shouldn't be in the place that he's in. My brother grew up with CAPD disorder, which is central auditory processing disorder. It took him a little longer to process more than others growing up, but the stuff that he's overcame and the fact that he's here today it's inspiring for me. I look up to him, and it's a blessing from God. That's all I could say about it.
That's a wonderful story. We were talking about KJ Duff, your high school teammate. Obviously it's different, a brother versus a high school teammate, but for you guys both to have kind of showed out together here in the last year, what has that meant to you?
I'm just going to start with recruiting. I didn't want to force him to come here. Like, I wanted to let him make his own decision, so I wasn't too hard on him to commit here. But after he committed, I was glad he committed. A few months later, he moved into my apartment building, so we were able to hang out all the time. He's always laid up in my couch when I come home. So, I mean, you have an actual brother on the team, but I feel like I have a brother on the team too.
Sure.
You know, it's interesting, and you were recruited primarily as a safety. And then moved to wide receiver. You played both in high school. So I think you probably have some pretty good insight into the defense. I know the defense wasn't necessarily where you guys wanted to be and wasn't at the top standard of what we've seen from some great Greg Schiano defenses through the years. What have you seen in terms of progress on that side of the ball from spring and moving into the summer?
Yeah, I think the defense has a different culture, so I think they have to be glued differently. And people like DJ getting the defense together, extra walkthroughs, extra film time. That's stuff that we do on offense, so I feel like that will benefit the team.
Rob Smith, defensive coordinator, what should we know about his defense?
His defense is solid. It's a complex defense, but, you know, I feel like as soon as everybody, like, really buy in it, like, into it, and then, you know, like Ian mentioned, like, get some extra film together, you know what I'm saying? Maybe trying to understand, like, why is, you know what I'm saying, like, all the conceptuality, like, of the defense and understand why you do what you do.
Yeah.
We're going to be in good shape this year.
How would you guys describe what you've seen going up against this defense?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's complex. It's a bunch of different looks. But they're working really hard, and they're showing a lot of problems that can create problems for offenses. Coach Smith has done an incredible job, and so has Coach. But I'd have to say, like, they're just doing really well. The players have really bought into it, and, you know, gain a new coaching staff, sometimes you're unsure, but, man, they're ready to go.
And I'm going to give you the final word. How do you describe success for Rutgers football this year? What would be a successful year?
I just want everyone to come out of training camp healthy so we can start the season.
All right, fellas, looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting out to camp here coming up in August. Really appreciate each one of you coming up here. Enjoy your time in Las Vegas. Not too much, but enjoy your time in Las Vegas.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.